Hi, I'm Ethan, or CrankGameplays on the internet. I'm here at Famous Birthdays today. We're gonna answer some questions, so let's get started. Give it a good shuffle. Okay, first one. If you could invite any 3 people, dead or alive, to a dinner party, who would you invite? Ooh. I think I would invite Bo Burnham. He's one of my favorite comedians, and he came out with a great movie recently, and he just seems like a cool dude. I want to ask him a bunch of questions. I think I would invite... I think I would invite Mr. Rogers, because I watched a documentary on him recently, and he seemed like the nicest man ever, and I want to see if he's like that in real life. And he just has such a nice voice. And then going off of the other nice voice thing, I'd invite Bob Ross, because I've been watching Bob Ross videos to fall asleep at night. And it'd be cool to meet him and touch his hair a little bit. Out of all the video game series you've done, which has been the most fun to film? I don't know about the most fun to film, but I think the series that has impacted me most has been probably The Walking Dead. That was the first series that I ever did on YouTube, and I started my channel with a friend of mine, and starting The Walking Dead was the first videos that I ever made on my own. And so looking back on those is really weird and a little bit cringy, but it was sort of where I started my channel, and it was the first successful series that I ever had. So The Walking Dead. Where do you see your channel going in the next couple of years? Hopefully up? I don't know. It's sort of a weird question. So I've been doing YouTube for 6 years now, and I've been doing a lot of mostly gaming stuff for the past 6 years. So I think in the next few years, I'd like to try and branch out a little more, do some different stuff, because I like gaming a lot, but I sort of know how it works now, and so I'd like to challenge myself a little bit and do some different stuff. I don't know what that is yet, but different stuff is always good. If you were stranded on a deserted island and could only take one non-technological item with you, what would you take? A boat. Does that count as a non-technological item? Yeah, I'd take a boat and try and... Actually, no, I wouldn't take a boat. That's a lie. I would take a helicopter, because then you can get up above and see where you're going. In a boat, I feel like I'd just get stranded and lost at sea, eaten by sharks, or drown, or something horrible. So, yeah, I'm not great on the water. So, a helicopter, which I would probably crash, because I don't know how to fly a helicopter, and they've got the weird foot thing, apparently. It's like a weird clutch thing. I don't know. Yeah, a helicopter, I guess. What advice would you give to someone that wants to start gaming on YouTube? I was actually just talking about this with my friend Robin the other day. I would give the advice, which I feel like most people's advice is just have fun with it and do what you want to do, which is great and super good advice, definitely do that. But to give different advice, I would say look up how to process audio and look up how to have good lighting, because one thing that turns me off a lot is when the audio is super bad. So just look up tutorials online on how to make your audio better or how to make the lighting better. There's so many times when people have really weird lighting or the framing is all off, and all you gotta do is take a lamp and put a t-shirt over it with some diffusion and just have it look nice. Yeah. So do your research and get your stuff looking and sounding better. Yeah. Growing up, what were some of your favorite cartoons? I didn't watch a lot of cartoons as a kid, so I was a gymnast for the first not 10 years of my life. I started when I was in 3rd grade, and then I did it for 10 years. And so during my childhood, I was going to the gym 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. I was very intense gymnast back then. So I didn't watch a lot of cartoons, but I really liked Ed, Edd and Eddy. Obviously, SpongeBob has been around forever, and I think is still around. I liked Kids Next Door. I liked... I liked Boy Meets World a lot. That was really good. I do miss a lot of the 90s cartoons, even though back when I was growing up they were all reruns at that point because I was born in 96. But yeah, those were some of my favorite shows. I also liked Lost a lot, but back when it was first airing, I didn't really understand what was going on, which I've started rewatching it again recently. Still don't really know what's going on. It's very confusing, but I also watched that. If you could time travel to any period, past or future, where would you choose to go? See, this is a weird one because I'd need a few answers before answering this. Like, if I go back in time, am I observing, am I time traveling at all? Like, am I impacting it at all in any way, or am I just observing? Because I don't want to go back, like me going back in time at all will inevitably impact time in some way. And so I don't want to go back and see the past if I do something and then somehow I don't exist and then I start just like dissolving. And I don't really want to go into the future either because I don't want to know what's gonna happen. But I guess if there were no consequences, I would like to go back to the dinosaur era and see what they actually looked like and actually sound like, because we kind of know, but we don't know for sure. Jurassic Park, they made up dinosaur noises. We have no idea what they sounded like, so I'd like to see what they sound like. Do you have any upcoming projects? I do, but I'm not allowed to talk about them yet. But in the next year, I'm gonna be doing some cool stuff that I'm really, really excited about, that hopefully you guys will be excited about as well. Sorry to give a vague answer, but I can't give you a real answer yet. What is your all-time favorite movie? I don't know if I have one favorite movie. If I had to narrow it down to one, it would probably be Pulp Fiction. Either that or I really liked 10 Cloverfield Lane. What else? Either those two or Spirited Away. All really great films. Okay, if you could have one superpower, what would you choose? Teleportation. I hate flying on airplanes, not because I'm afraid, but I just hate sitting in the airport. It takes such a long time. Even if you only have an hour and a half flight, going to the airport and checking your bags and everything, it always takes so long. If I could just teleport everywhere, that would be so great. Also, I live in LA, traffic is awful. I like driving around, but not when you're just sitting there. And then also I have friends from all around the world, and so it'd be cool to just go and see them for a day and then teleport back. It'd be so simple. Boop, doop, doop, boop, boop. Okay, what hobbies do you have outside of what is portrayed on social media? Hobbies. I don't really have any hobbies. I should get some of those. Because kind of all of the stuff that I do, whether it's for work or for fun, it all kind of is either video games or YouTube kind of stuff. I really like film stuff a lot and I like photography, but that's kind of in the same sphere. What do I do? I've been trying to sort of get back into gymnastics recently, but that's a hard thing to do, but I wouldn't say that that's a hobby. I don't know, that's a tough one. Yeah, I'll say that my hobbies outside of YouTube would be film stuff. Even though it's sort of in the same realm, I really like cinematography a lot. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I would probably try and go to film school and become a DP or something like that. Because I think cinematography is real cool. Okay, the final question. What do we have? What are some of your favorite channels to watch? It's weird because when I first started making videos, I was watching a ton of YouTubers all the time. And that's sort of where I was grabbing inspiration from. But now that I do YouTube for a living and I'm making videos all the time, I don't really watch that many people anymore. I've been watching... What have I been watching? I don't even know. Let's take a look on my... Let's see who I'm subbed to. I need a reminder of what I've been watching. Hold on. Wait for it. Bill Wirtz. I really like Bill Wirtz. He makes cool, weird music stuff, and it's very odd. Binging with Babish, I've been watching a ton. He makes super cool cooking videos. I've been watching Julian Solomita and Jenna Marbles a lot. And then along with the rest of the internet, I've been watching Shane Dawson a lot recently with all of his cool docu-series kind of stuff. It's just very new and different, and not a lot of people on YouTube have done that kind of stuff before. Very interesting. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the questions. Hopefully you learned a little bit about me. If you don't know me other than this video, you can find me basically everywhere on CrankGameplays. You can also find me on famousbirthdays.com if you want to know what my birthday is or any other people's birthdays. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.